Hello everybody, Alex here with another episode of Broken Cards or Hearthstone. So today we're doing a warrior and neutral cards, which close basically a last expansion. And why I have a new card again? Give me a sec. Huh? Really? Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. Crafting and warrior. So yeah. So this card is, I think it's a little too strong, just like a flash heal is a little too much. Because it can be applied only on you warrior, but with combination with some cards, I think it's a little too much. I don't know. But it's not like anything terrible. There are cards which are far worse. It's this is not bad weapon. This is actually a pretty good one because if you are patient, you can get really powerful weapon, and you need to be a little careful. But I personally really don't care that much because I don't play weapons too much. So okay, this card is okay. Yeah, copies of Discover. I don't know. I have, to be perfectly honest, I'm not exactly sure what this card's supposed to do, and it's hard to tell if it's good or bad. Actually, oh, I think this one is okay, pretty much so far, and we are pretty much. And so this card, I think it's actually a little weak. It's gonna need to be tougher. But then we have this thing, which is, I think it's overpowered. It's basically, it is almost as, it is, this card is broken. I don't think, actually, you know what? I don't think it's actually overpowered. Because it's actually destroy all the mage minions, which mean including yours. So that's kind of how balanced things, and on top of that, it has um stat below standard, but because it's work just for your minions and enemies, it is not overpowered. I think it's actually a little weak for this price, but it's still broken. What the hell is this? Okay, so I'm sorry, there was some update of my operation system. I don't know why this happened right now. That is really annoying. If you didn't, if I don't know if this was recorded, but if you didn't see it, and there was like appear a blue box here. If you did, I'm sorry. If you didn't, then just ignore it. Okay, so Warrior actually have not too many cards in this expansion, but this one is something, and this one will be involved in some of my new deck in my deck maker, which basically I start to do after I finish this. So let's go to neutral cards. Um, Unions cost two more. Um, okay, that's a little weird card. Good stats for this badge, but I don't think this effect actually is worth of these stats. I mean, it's a good card, but with these abilities, like keep in mind, it is not like some random card in in your hand cost one more. It is like all cards, like permanently. Like basically similar effect is like if you have like plus 1 for everyone for one crystal, because that's two crystals, that's mean this card should have like stats one and one more at least, probably more than that, because problem with this card, I think it's really weak. This card, it's not worth it. We have a beast, deal 1 damage to each hero. Why? Why each hero? Like, what's the point of that? It's probably good if you're like, if your enemy hero is like 1 hit point to die, then this card can kill him, or eventually if you play like uh, priest, which is highly focused on healing. So you have like philosophy. Okay, I can hurt both of us, but I can heal, but you know. Or you can do a similar thing with a warrior, but for everyone else, it's pretty much useless. Elementals are, oh, they are actually okay. But I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I wanna say elementals. I have really high expectation for elementals, but they really disappoint me, and I really don't like this mechanic. Like if you play elemental in previous turn, it's I don't like it. This thing is okay. I mean, for this price, card have a decent stats. So even if its Butler card didn't work, then this card by itself, it's like standard price, standard stats for this price. It's not bad. And if eventually somebody have pirate, then this card can be even better. So I think this card is okay. A little situational, but still not bad. This is good, but I think this card is okay. Murlocs, okay, I know I said Murlocs are generally overpowered, and there are a few more which make them even worse, which again you will see in the future with some um deck. Then we have a this card, which I think this card is okay. There's actually lots of poisonous cards. That's actually interesting, which actually makes sense. Definitely on 3 random enemy minion. Um, a little weak, but okay. And we have this card, which is like upgraded version of slightly upgraded version of um, slightly upgraded version of Nerubian deck. It's basically like almost same card, except cost one more. I think this card is okay. It's okay, okay. History opponent's weapon and then armor. What's that? I think this card is actually okay. It has decent stats. Again, it's a little situational, but even then, it's still pretty good. Perfect, excellent card for against anyone who play weapons a lot, which there's actually lots of really nasty weapons, so definitely useful. Not necessarily amazing. Then we have this thing, which looks like how's the name of the card, which also didn't attack. Pretty decent stats for this price. But if it's silence, that can be actually pretty good. Or it can be combined with some um, other cards, possibly something like Void Walker from Warlock. That's probably a good idea. So yeah, nothing special, but overall decent card. standard elemental, nothing special. Moving on. Adapt. Okay. Okay, this one is really good. It seems to be actually slightly overpowered. At the same time, it's only during your opponent turn, which is not bad. This thing is, I actually recycled this thing. I didn't realize this card will adapt after attack. One thing which I didn't realize is adapt after every attack, which mean if this thing have a win for it and it can continuously like evolving, this can be pretty ridiculous. And if we realize like its stats are standards, that's pretty powerful. I think this card is overpowered. Like if the card can like adapt once, or if conditions will be a little harder, that would be a good idea. But I would say like it can adapt once, that would be okay. But like this, I think it's a little too much. Then we have what look I draw a card, I change its cost to 5. That's a little unpredictable. It depends on the situation. Its card can be really good or really bad. It really depends on what kind of deck you play. Like for my Great Rush, it will be probably good card if you have deck with a lot of high cost um, minions. Well, not necessarily bad, but I think this card is okay. What else? Mm, if you play an element on shield, that's a little too much. But then again, there is always this if mechanic, which, as I said, I didn't like too much. This minion take damage, deal 3 damage to hero. This is pretty bad. Like stats are really good for this card, but again, I don't think this is worth it. Unless you wanna have like something really powerful and send it on a suicide mission fast as you can. Otherwise, it can like turns against you. Especially if you have, imagine if you play against something such as Hunter, and he casts Unleash the Dogs, and you have like full board, and then like he take this thing one by one. It's cost him all the dogs, but he can do like even 10 damage. That's not bad card. Then we have this thing, which again I have no idea what this on Goropak mean. Well, I know that I think it's similar to the previous card which did something similar. I cannot remember name right now. I don't know what these cards are, so maybe they are good, maybe they are not. I don't know. I need to find out first what this is, if this is a word. Then we have this thing seems to be okay. Oh, but I know. It seems to be also okay. Um. Okay. This card is I think this card is broken. I mean, I can see like philosophy of this card. Basically, what this card trying to do? It's basically make sure the benefit of this card is basically make sure if you are in a round where you are able to play 6 cost card, then you probably want to have something strong in your hand, which means the cards which have 3 or less, it's something which you probably don't want. But at the same time, some of the cards which cost three or less can be really powerful if they are used efficiently. On top of that, I personally don't like idea of destroying my own cards. So why there are some noises all the time? Damn it! I don't like this card. I don't think it's necessarily broken or bad. It's personally I just don't like this card. Then we have this card, which is basically like one use rocket, pretty much, nothing more. And we have this thing which is 5 damage. Seems to be a little weak. Um, Not bad card, but if you play Murloc deck, then you probably wanna have Murlocs in your deck instead of like this. I mean, stats are not bad, especially if you give you more Murlocs, but uh, I don't know. Yeah, this thing, it's not bad, pretty good card. Then we have this thing at a price. I think it's legit, nothing special. Of course, it depends of what kind of adapt you get. Like if you get some good adapt, it's gonna be pretty powerful. But if you didn't, well, that's the same like with all adapt cards. So interesting mechanic, but slightly unpredictable. And we have this thing. I don't know. It doesn't seem. It's not broken. Stats are okay, and a charge for 7/7. That's pretty good. But if you can charge in the first turn the hero, I think it's actually nicely bound. I personally don't use this card, but Monday damage all other minions. That's not good. Again, I don't like cards which do damage to your own minions. Um, Absolutely, this is really broken. Stats are pretty low for this card. I mean, it's a nice thing discover the spell, but for random daggers, it's really unpredictable. This is basically like yeah, sure, except it's a little more toned down. Like the card can easily destroy itself, and stats are pretty bad for this class, so I don't think this is a good card. What we have here? And for each elemental. Okay, this can be really powerful if you play elemental style of play, but as I said, I am not too big fan of that, so it's a decent card. Then we have this thing, and that's pretty much it. So, as far as I can tell, that's basically we have entire like expansion. So if I do like quick overview, I think like probably I can say as I said. Generally, I'm a little disappointed by elementals. They are not exactly what I hope for. Quests are definitely my favorite thing here. However, I don't think they are equally good. I think quests should be like neutral cards which can help to balance the game, and I don't think they are equally good. It is really difficult to balance them, and some of them seems to be more useful than others. So I don't know. Um, there are few interesting cards, few interesting mechanics, but there are still some really broken cards. Like I think this is way too powerful. Like Fortis price, that is really powerful. It's like really powerful. And obviously, as honestly, I think the class which been probably most happy with this expansion is Hunter because there is so many beasts in this expansion. Almost everything in this expansion are beasts. So I can imagine like hunters are in heaven, and unfortunately, I feel like hunters, which as a class are already was pretty broken before, become much more broken right now. Like as an example of how broken hunter is, I actually get quest ones, and was like play 50 hunter cards, and I because I don't play that as much with hunter, I mean traditional hunter, and I obviously don't have too many hunter cards. So I just basically push every single hunter card into that deck, which I just quickly, without thinking on preparation, like put here and fill the rest with some other cards without like having plan or anything. And I just try like throw away many cards as I possibly can for sake of having basically quick quest, and I somehow still win. I even didn't try to win. This is if you wanna see any sort of demonstration how broken Hunter is as a class, then this is it. But yeah, so instead of fix these problems and make the classes more balanced, Blizzard decided like make them even more broken, which I'm not a big fan of that, unfortunately. Hopefully one day they realize how ridiculous this is, but I can still hope. So this is pretty much done until some next adventure or expansion come. We are done with the broken cards. And for next video there will be some decks, and I have a few which work. I have plans for some new, and I have improved versions from old. So yeah, that's hopefully be fun. So as always, thanks for your time, and I will see you later.